Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net, pitch analysis here of Dylan getting pairment with Cody Hall. So Dylan taking you at a leg lift, you can see you're not generating the same momentum, like you're not really falling forward and down at the same rate. You see more of that with Cody. He does it really well, and because of that, you see the shin angle getting more linear as opposed to your shin angle being very vertical. So you got to, out of lift, it's a fall, and it's what we call forward and down at the same rate. And you got to do this before your lift leg gets out here, because this is when you're going to want to open up. So if we watch into landing, you do things that are overcompensating for the lack of momentum. You reach really high with the glove, and then you pull it down, and then this just turns over. So there's not a lot of momentum driving you forward. There's more things rotating, and rotating is usually things just are going to stay where they are. They're not going to move forward. Rotation things want to go up. Okay, so you can see in the landing, you're in a shorter stride than Cody. You see Cody not only getting the good momentum, but he's driving out of the back leg. Okay, into landing. And you can see his chin in line with belt buckle, shoulders closed. You can see it landing here with you. Your shoulders are already coming around. Your chin's a little bit more forward. Your glove is definitely more tucked, so you're already in trunk rotation. So when you stay linear longer and you peak your forces later into landing, you can delay your trunk better, and that's what we call optimizing hip to shoulder separation. It's healthier for the arm, and potentially we can throw harder. So you can see then Cody releases, and he gets a lot more forward trunk tilt, specifically as his trunk lays back. So if we look at your angle to his angle, you can see, significantly more forward trunk tilt. Yours is probably even more vertical than that. From here, it continues in all that energy transfers. You're having to push or continue to rotate. As you can see, your trunk continues to turn. So you see more of your back than Cody. You see your elbow turning over a little bit later than Cody. Cody's a little bit, depending on where it gets in front of the face, your elbow looks like it gets a little bit farther in front of the face. You can see how pretty much Cody's elbow is going into rotation right at his chin, and your head's a little bit more back, but yours is starting to push out in front just because your trunk's stopping early. So you have to keep pushing. You're having to use your arm to get to your release point. Cody had such good trunk movement. His trunk took him to his release point. The arm didn't have to overcompensate. So either way, you're definitely seeing more rotational movements from you than linear, with, like I said, the glove side up and down, this just turning over. And then because of that, we see an early trunk into landing, because you had to start pulling in rotation into landing because you don't have a lot of linear energy peaking. You see Cody with a more delayed trunk, and because of that, he gets more forward energy to release. So it's really going back to learning how to move more forward and down at the same rate, get the linear force vector, and then keep building those linear forces and peaking those linear forces up the body.